Alright guys, you're going to need a pencil today, and you're also going to need the ice cream tracer. You can make your own or you can print one out. And optional is glue and scissors, but you will need a crayon or a colored pencil today. So I'm going to fold my paper the long way. Up and down, we call that vertically. We want our paper to be long and skinny. See? Long and skinny. Now I know it's kind of hard to see my white paper on my white table, but we're going to take our tracer, and at the very top we're going to trace our first ice cream scoop. And we're going to trace all the way around. Now for the second one, we want the scoop to look like it's underneath that scoop. So I'm not going to trace it all the way around. I'm just going to trace underneath it. We want to make it look like the scoop is hiding underneath the top scoop. So the next scoop we're going to do the same way. It's hiding underneath, so we're not going to trace the very top. Once you have 4 scoops, we're going to draw a cone, which is like the letter V. So our first one, we're going to go from dark to light. Okay, and our paper is white, so we're going to start with the darkest red here. I have a red crayon. You can choose any color you want, and I colored so dark by pushing my crayon down really hard. Now the next one, I'm going to start a little bit lightly, and I'm going to get darker because the next one has to be a little bit lighter but still dark. And because we're using white paper, we're actually tinting. This is a tint. It needs to be a little bit darker, so I am going to go back over it a little bit. Every time I go over it, it gets a little bit darker. Now it's always best to start light, always. My third scoop needs to be even lighter. So I'm going to take my crayon and color very lightly. I don't want to push too hard because it's very hard to come back when you make it too dark. Let me show you. If I make it really dark first, can I make that lighter? I can't change it to anything lighter, so that's no good. But if I start really light, can I make that darker? I sure can, by adding another layer on top and pushing down a little bit harder. Can I make it even darker? I sure can. I can push down and make it as dark as I want. I can go all the way. That's a better way. It's better to start and go from light to dark when you're coloring. You cannot go from dark to light on this project. We just can't do that. That's no good. So make sure that when you're coloring, you color lightly first, okay? So now I have all of my ice cream scoops here, and I've also colored in my ice cream cone with a kind of tan brown. That's not part of our value scale because it's brown, but the scoops look really good. I'm just going to add some more details here, make it look like a waffle cone by adding these lines, that nice pattern right there. Now it's completely optional if you want. You can cut yours out and glue yours on a colored piece of paper. And that really makes our ice cream scoops pop. It looks amazing. See? I've cut this out. I'm going to glue it on this blue piece of paper. And I think it looks really good with my colors going from dark to light. Awesome!